You're listening to littlepodcast.com. Hey, it's John from Born in the 80s. Just before we start this episode was recorded like a month ago, and my computer died, so I had no way to edit, and now I have a way to edit, and it's all a glorious mess of technological failure, and I apologize for having a month free of Born in the 80s. This will start us back up. We discuss things that are old. But you know what? You can remember them as if they were new again. I've given you the gift of time travel. That's what I'm calling it. All right, well, enjoy the episode. Here it is.
Why you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't good.
We're not talking about any integrity in this
We are
room.
trying to exploit a generation.
Did I ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie under the table.
Well, yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's vampires. Vodka everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 153. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-host,
Adam Ham.
through the magic of the internet, from Bloomington, Illinois.
Nah.
Does anyone ever call it Illinois down there?
I do occasionally, just for fun.
Was it originally pronounced Illinois?
I
just wonder. I just wonder. Oh, you know what? I think Illinois is
It's like it's an Indian name, like Iroquois.
Yeah, it's like
So
Iroquois.
I don't think so.
It's just like everything else. It's a Native American name we co-opted before, brutally murdering all of them.
Yeah, and taking their name for our sports teams, like the
That's
Fighting
right.
Illini.
The Fighting Illini.
Yep.
They're the Native Americans who fought us, and we murdered them with smallpox.
And now we are
It was quite the
basketball
battle.
team. Yep.
Oh. Like, if I did a homecoming float for them, I would totally just be like, here's the opposing football team.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, it's just like our football team handing them blankets. And that's how bad we're going to beat you.
That would be terrible.
It would be terribly great. And
I don't know if
that's it.
Chief Illinois would fall for that.
I wonder how much security they have at, like, a homecoming parade. Because it's like homecoming everywhere about this time of year.
It's
Like,
past it for us.
Do you think that they have... Well, I think UW-Wisconsin was this weekend. And do they? And I love how homecoming in college is always like, here's a shitty team that's not even in our division, so we'll destroy them for the homecoming game.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't even real football. But anyway, no, I mean, just wonder what, like, the security is, like, on that. Because I wonder if you could just pretend to be part of the university to make a float for a parade, and then just have something horrible.
I doubt it.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the security is on a homecoming parade.
Like, how do you even find out where that stuff's happening?
I don't even know, man. But if you could find out, I don't know. I would just have some, like, homecoming
That costs money
nonsense.
too. Like, you have
mean,
to really.
this is the type of things I would do if I was a billionaire.
Well,
you
if
know.
you're a billionaire, that's one thing.
Exactly.
I mean, if that's the case, though, you might as well just put it like in a real parade or something.
Who are they fighting this year? Who the Badgers fighting this year? For the homecoming? The Maryland Terrapins. Let's
are
make
turtles,
turtle
right?
soup.
Yeah.
And then just have a man butchering turtles and throwing them into a pot. Or like a man kicking a turtle into a pot.
That might make it, yeah.
We'll make soup out of them terrapins.
Honestly, I think we did something
I
like
do-
that for
Yeah.
homecoming one year. I don't remember even what we did.
Oh, I
who we
remember what
played
I did.
or-
I remember that we so like we had there's the Cuba City Cubans.
Yeah.
Which
is weird.
And I remember, well, okay, so they had open float ideas or something that was just like, hey, draw a picture and an idea of what our float could be and
Was
submit
yours
them
just
all.
an INS agent?
No, mine was Elian Gonzalez themed.
Oh.
It was like them taking a raft back to Cuba City after being rebuffed. Or maybe I could have done like a tasteful their football player is in like a closet, like that photo where like the INS agents are like attacking them in their house. No, there's another one where they were playing against like I don't even remember. Like let's just say it was the Wildcats because that's like a 60% shot that I was right. But it was like let's skin those cats, and it was like them like having a cat pelt and then like a cat like skeleton. I thought it was a little bit tamer, so I thought maybe that could get. No, it didn't work.
No.
I think another one was like, let's murder those Cubans, and it was just like a guy that was hanging from a tree.
That's horrible.
Well, it was anonymous, and what are you gonna do? Like, I was a 4chan troll of the school. I'm gonna use my anonymity to put something heinous on the internet, but not nearly as heinous as what happens at 4chan.
Right.
Just a picture, a satirical thought on the whole football rivalry vis-a-vis high school.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis rah, 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 go team go.
I don't remember what our float was. I don't remember who we played. I don't remember
Well,
any of that
Adam,
shit.
you had a float every year you were in high school because every class had a float every year. So you should remember 3 floats.
Maybe 4 floats. But...
Oh, were you not? I thought you weren't there for the freshman year, the whole year.
No, I was there.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
you just didn't know me because you
I
weren't a
wasn't
freshman
there.
yet. Exactly.
Oh, for some reason, I just thought you had started late, but I guess not.
No.
You started high school in Darlington.
Yeah,
Okay. But you were in 8th grade somewhere else.
I was, yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Fair enough. So you, so you should have 4 floats that you remember, and I don't remember a single one of ours.
Yeah,
I helped
don't
make
either.
all of them.
I have vague memories of, like, cheering around the bonfire and, like, the, like, Dick's parking lot
memory.
or behind Dick's. I don't know.
Just a bonfire in a parking lot of
Yeah, that's,
downtown.
you know, cheering and friends and
Someone's
people
car.
having fun. Yeah, I don't know.
The effigies of the other team being thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
That's high school, baby.
Pretty much.
High school, ooh rah rah. Man, I should have done drugs in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I should have done drugs and drank in high school because it would have just been more fulfilling.
Maybe. I don't know. Our class was okay. Like
Mine was not.
Yeah, yours kind of sucked.
Thanks. I was
What?
I was the shining example of our class.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't think anyone in our class has gone on to do great things.
Yeah.
Has anyone in your class gone on to do great things?
I have no idea. Probably.
No, probably not. I mean, you'd hear about it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think anyone from my class works in any sort of like high-tech, like medical research or like doctor thing. I don't think I got a single person.
I know like 1 or 2 people in my class are lawyers, so
That doesn't count. Anyone can go to law school.
anyone can go to med school.
No, actually, you have to like really do a shit ton.
You have to do
Trust
shit ton to
me,
get into
I
law
looked
school
into it.
too.
No, yeah, but you also the law schools admit a lot more people than med schools do.
That's true.
It's it just sucks. I mean, you have to be smart to be a lawyer for sure, but that's not true. You have to be smart to be a successful lawyer.
Yeah.
Because pretty much anyone can learn all of the stuff, and
Yeah, I honestly have no idea.
Adam, why didn't you become a lawyer?
Oh, I didn't want to do that. It sounded boring. Just a bunch of paperwork.
What did you want to be when you were a child? Like, what was that little Adam's?
you mean-
Garbage
I was
Man.
gonna say, do you mean after Garbage Man?
After Garbage Man.
After Garbage Man, it
We
was
told that
chemist.
story on the podcast.
Yeah, after that, it was Chemist in Space.
Chemist in Space. I like the complication there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because space is cool, but you gotta have something to do up there. So
Yeah, what better than to have dangerous chemicals floating free in space?
I think that was part of the appeal. It's like I thought it'd be
Space
really cool
chemist-
to have like mixing chemicals in space and shit.
Oh my god, I could
But-
just imagine.
I know, right?
It's like, let me just pour the hydrochloric acid into the. Oh, we're all dead.
Yeah.
Everyone would die. I
That's
can't
how-
imagine.
yeah.
Well,
That'd be
hydrochloric
reality.
acid is not going to kill you, I guess.
Well,
but-
the thing is, though, I mean, there are chemists that go to space. Like a lot of astronauts are super smart, and I'm sure there's some chemistry majors among them.
Why didn't you, Adam, be an astronaut?
I didn't actually. When I discovered like what it would take to become an astronaut, I was like, I don't
You
know
realize
if I
you have to
wanna do that.
basically be a member of the Air Force to be an astronaut?
You'd have to do a whole lot of shit. Like you have to be a pilot. You have to be super smart. You also have to be in shape. It's like,
You have to be like not like in shape. You have to be like mega in shape.
yeah, mega in shape.
You have to be like a marathon runner in shape.
yeah.
Like, you
It's
can't
kinda
just
crazy.
be like, oh, I do a 5K. I play on the company softball team. No. You got to be like ripped to shit,
yeah.
but you can't be too ripped because then it'd be too big. You have to be really little too. You're actually a good height.
Yeah.
I am too tall to be an astronaut.
Yeah, there was a while I considered pilot too, because
I am also too tall to be a pilot.
yeah.
Outside of commercial flights, any sort of military. But that goes to where my original childhood dream was to be a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
I want to be a fighter pilot. I love the movie Top Gun.
Yeah.
All the homoerotic things went right over my head, and I was in there for the dog fighting,
Yep.
the flying, the buzzing the tower, making him spill the coffee. That was what I wanted to do. And then I found out I needed glasses, so it was over.
Yeah.
Because you have to have... I don't think you can even have contacts. I think you need to have LASIK.
Anymore, I think you actually can have contacts, but you can't have like corrective surgery. It's actually kind of weird.
Okay.
Um,
It's complicated. You need to have
yeah.
good vision.
You do have to have
Which is
good vision.
important, for sure.
Right.
That's like a very important thing.
Because there was a time I thought about joining the Air Force. Yeah.
I thought about that after I lost my first job.
Oh yeah, really?
I was like, I got a college degree, and so if you want to join the Air Force, I looked into this. If you want to join as an officer, you don't have to go to real boot camp. You go to fake short boot camp. That's just like do some push-ups. All right, now go do chemistry for us.
Right.
I was like, all right, I can do that part. And I was like, huh. But it doesn't pay super great. It pays okay, but you do get like pension
Yeah.
and stuff and benefits. But I was like, I thought about it for a hot minute. But you have to be under 30, so the window is closing quickly, Adam.
Oh, I should do it tomorrow. I should.
So you're gonna have to get in there in the next month and a half.
Dude, there is no way I would be accepted. Like the state of my health, there's no way.
They would just be like, we don't even want you near other people because we think that they're going to see you and be like, why are we doing this? Why can't we be like him?
Yeah, they would look at me and be like, six weeks is not enough for this. And then they'd be like, we can't like just after that it's done. You can't reapply, so this is not happening.
That's unfortunate. No, the same here. I mean, no way. I'd have to spend like a year and a half getting ready, to be in shape. Yeah. But whatever.
But I mean, when I was young, I actually probably could have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I was.
Oh yeah, and the Air Force is like the real good military to be in because nobody dies in the Air Force basically. Right. The only people that die in the Air Force die because they exploded a fuel tank on base by accident, like any normal hazardous job.
Right.
Any normal job around large machinery. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know where you get to go if you're having sorties in Iraq and Afghanistan and you're in the Air Force? You get to go to Germany. You know what I mean? It's oh yeah, this is the front right here in Germany. And I think they have one in the UAE as well, the Arab Emirates.
Well, yeah, because an hour and a half you're there.
Yeah, the land of Lamborghinis and floating water mansions is the other place where the Air Force is stationed.
Right.
But you don't even need to fly. You could be a drone pilot.
Yeah, totally.
How cool would that be?
Well...
What?
It'd be fine, I guess. I mean, I actually probably would, if I had a choice, prefer not to kill people, but...
Well, what if you, Adam...
if you're gonna kill people, that's a good way to do it, I guess. If you're not yourself in danger.
They're clearly terrorists. Yeah. Clearly. No, you know what's interesting? Because on last week tonight, they did a thing on drones. It was pretty interesting.
I don't know if I saw that one.
They have to be the absolute scariest thing in the entire world. Because they talked about, children in, Palestine and, and being You know, when it's not cloudy out, it's terrifying because when it's not cloudy out, then it's blue skies. That's when the predator drones can fly. So they're afraid of blue sky.
That's terrible.
This is a good way to have another country's children think about America.
Yeah.
No, because like they fly so high that you can't even see them.
Right.
It's literally, you're like, oh, it's fine out. I don't see or hear any planes. Explosion dead. Like, that is the scary future we live in. You know, like James Bond villain, like Sky Laser killing someone without even being able to see it. That is what we have right now, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, maybe people should stop being terrorists.
Maybe.
Adam, I'm going to go over there and be like, hey, guys.
Maybe you haven't considered this.
Hey, guys. You know what? They probably wouldn't attack you if you didn't kill innocent people. That would probably
we have us have like a bit on that or something.
All right. You know, all right, yeah. Jihad, infidels, yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you should really put out a jihad on your own emotions. And you really should think about not being angry all the time. Here's a thing we have called marijuana. Yeah, I know you guys grow a lot of poppies, but, you know, in Mexico, it's pretty deserty, but they grow a lot of weed down there. Just go out to your fields, grow a lot of this, smoke a lot of this, and sell it to the U.S. because they're going to legalize it. You'll make a killing, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. That's it, man. I've solved it. I solved terrorism. Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, you know, I'll accept my peace prize. You know, who cares? Some little girl gets a peace prize. Whatever. I can get one.
What little girl got a peace prize?
Malala Yousafzai. That girl who was, like, attacked by the Taliban multiple times for saying that women should learn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw her on the Daily Show or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You got one. You know, no Jimmy Carter. Remember when Jimmy Carter solved the conflict in Israel?
Oh, yeah.
He got the peace prize.
That
worked out.
That worked out, yeah.
All right. Sorry. Let's move on.
Yeah.
How was your week, Adam?
My week was pretty good.
Your 2 weeks actually, because we took a week off.
It was 2 weeks.
We can go over the reason why we took a week off, partially due to me. But what was Adam up to?
Not much.
You don't do anything, Adam.
I hung out with my family on the weekends. I watched some shows. I played some Destiny.
Watch your stories. You play Destiny without me.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm done, I think.
My light level is 22 now.
I can't play that game anymore. It's too repetitive. Like, the thought of going in there to just grind around, and it's not.
Well, the way I play it is that, I just play it usually like maybe an hour or two before bed.
That's what I do with World of Warcraft, though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do with Destiny.
I much prefer
listen to a podcast and just murder aliens.
That's exactly what I do with WoW, and I much prefer that just because I am way more invested in that world.
That's probably what I should do. I actually like listening to music, or I should probably just turn the music off in WoW. I don't know. I like listening to...
Yeah. Well, you can have the music on, and I actually have an iPod dock that I play stuff off of, so you could have the music and have someone talking to a little bit. But yeah, the music in WoW is really good. But the expansion is coming out soon. I have now defeated Garrosh and gotten my heirloom. So now I have 2 heirloom bind on account weapons now.
Wow.
I am now like fully geared in heroic stuff. Almost all the way leveled up too. So my item was like 566. I'm pretty much at the peak of where you can be in that game. Like, without being like in a crazy, like, we're professional game playing people that do the highest mythic level tier of rating. So I haven't gotten there yet, but
has that already been switched over?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's called heroic now. Is the old normal.
Yeah.
And then normal is the old flex, and then Alfar is Alfar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the nice thing about Garrosh though is that if you're on normal or above, you're guaranteed a bind on account item that's to your class spec if you beat them.
Awesome.
So you just need to add them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, before the expansion comes out, you probably should do it because you'll get a staff that'll be really good. You can probably get into a normal raiding group, no problem, with the group finder.
Yeah.
Because I think, what's your item level at currently in World of Warcraft?
5.0 or 5.12 maybe now.
You need to be higher than that. But you could get there. I mean, you're talking like 5.25 is about where you need to be before people would stop. But you might still get in, honestly. I mean, I ran heroic on my level 500 item level shaman a bunch. And I healed for that. And boy, I'll tell you, Adam.
Yeah.
Healing in World of Warcraft, healing in an MMO game where you're playing with people that don't know what World of Warcraft is or haven't played it. Like when you raid in an instance, you're playing with 10 to 15 other people, and you got one guy who's the tank who's like hitting on the monster, not like hitting on, but like hitting on with a sword,
right.
The monster, and everyone else is shooting at him, and then the healers are making sure nobody else dies, and then like explosions happen on the ground. People got to stand outside of the fire, and except for where the mechanics make it so you have to stand in the fire. But either way, you got to do the mechanics of the fight. The healers make sure everyone's alive, and that is the most tense fucking gameplay I've ever had.
Well, it's harder now too, I guess.
Everyone's lives are in your hands.
Yeah. Well, also since the changes, it should be harder. Like I think they've changed it some to where
it's actually not harder for shamans, which is what I play as a shaman. Because what they did was they removed a lot of the mitigation abilities.
Yeah.
That people had.
Yeah. I'm disc priest for my healing, so I don't,
yeah.
That probably sucks now.
No, it's actually still really good. It's but like that's the only one that has a lot of that. You know what I mean? That's its specialty. Whereas like tanks had a lot of damage mitigation things they could use. They got rid of that, so they can't like keep themselves as healthy anymore. They're more dependent on healers. But they also reduced the splash, like spikes, damage spikes, like criticals that they do. So you're not getting knocked down quickly. So you have to healing's more active now, and less like make sure to keep shields on people. It's more like heal damage, and it's hard because when you're healing, you're like making sure you're not standing in the fire, making sure you're healthy, and then clicking on the raid frames to shoot heals to everyone. And you can't use your good heals all the time because that would use up too much mana. So you got to like gauge, okay, this guy only needs about this much health, so I'm going to use this spell. Got to make sure I got Riptide up because that gives you tidal waves when you heal, which just gives you a boost in like extra health for your regular spells. It's fucking complicated and difficult.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
bet it's even harder for you because you probably don't have any.
I have no experience either.
Well,
and all the add-ons got broke, so none of the add-ons like work, and then nobody has got like any healing guides for the new expansion. But like it's like plate spinning, basically. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, got to make sure this guy's healthy, got to make sure this guy's healthy, make sure he's in range. Pop a totem down next to the tank, so that'll heal him. Run over here, do that. Whereas when you just DPS, you're like, okay, attack the guy. Okay, he shot a thing here, I got to move over here. Okay, attack the guy. You know what I mean? Tank's kind of the same way. It's like, okay, attack the guy. Okay, now I need to drop my aggro, switch to so the other tank can pick him up. Okay, done. Like it's just like, yeah, pretty. Healing is really, I respect all good healers in WoW, because man, that is a complicated ass thing to do, and I kind of want to learn it more. So we'll see.
Yeah,
shaman healing's really cool though, because a lot of cool chain heals and heals over time that are nice. Anyway, that was fun. I don't know. I raided with him and got 0 gear, and the night before I raided with Walt Whitman, my rogue, and I got like every slot that I had an LFR item in, a heroic or heroic warforged item dropped.
Wow.
The only thing I have that isn't a heroic level item is my helmet. And then there's 2 bosses that drop a helmet, and they happen to be the first boss and the last boss in the instance, which is kind of frustrating because Yeah. But hopefully I'll get that. I'm working on that. But you know what? The expansion's out in like 2 weeks, and none of it will matter then.
That's true.
So, you know.
Like at this point, I'm kind of wondering why I even, like...
There is
effort.
There isn't anymore. I mean, like, it is to get the bind on account item.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
That's the one thing I think you should focus on doing, and it shouldn't be that hard, because if you just run LFR a few times to get a little bit more gear, you can probably get into a flex group, because the difficulty on, like, normal is way lower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, way lower. Like, we did on Monday nights, we've been doing just a Gary kill for, like, alts and stuff on normal, and it's a joke. Like, so easy. Like, people have never seen the fight before. We're just getting everybody geared up, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna try and take Robert Frost on that next week. Get a staff for my elemental shaman, which will be my leveling build. And this is all good. Everyone loves us hearing us talk about this.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, let's move on to the other topic everyone likes to hear us talk about.
Yeah. Wrestling.
Wrestling. Keeping up with wrestling, Adam?
I've been keeping up. I've stopped watching SmackDown.
Yep. You made the right call, Adam.
Yeah.
SmackDown is for reading spoilers, and then if something sounds interesting, watching those parts.
Yeah.
Because it's really the B-team show.
I've also kind of stopped watching NXT, but I do like NXT. I don't know. If I have time to watch it, I do, but
It's a lot to watch. I mean, you're talking about Raw 3 hours or 1.5 if you watch it on Hulu, and then NXT's an hour long. You know, you're putting yourself down for 2.5, 3 hours of wrestling content a week.
Right.
Which is a lot, especially when it's as bad as it is right now.
Yeah. It's same as it is, like I said 2 weeks ago.
It's
everything
sloppy.
with Ambrose in it is amazing. Ambrose and Cena's doing good. Cena's was actually pretty good this week.
Yep.
But yeah, like anything that's not involved in that main storyline is just boring. It's just really boring.
It's because they really haven't stirred up the pot very much. You know what I mean? They're not really. They're just kind of in a holding pattern right now while everyone is still injured. You know, they're like waiting for people to come back, basically.
I did like seeing Mick Foley. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, he came out and was like, and he paid homage to, Ambrose, who's very similar to him in some styles, because Mick Foley was kind of, Mankind was kind of the crazy guy, but everyone kind of liked him because he was like, just like crazy, but like not in like a heel way, but like, oh man, he'll do anything to win, and like, he's really kind of scrappy, and that's kind of Ambrose, the scrappy guy who, fights with his, and just will do anything, like jump off things into people. But I'm really excited for Hell in a Cell, which will have aired by the time this comes out, because, man, Ambrose said that he wants to do something that everyone will be talking about.
Yeah. So
expect the Rollins-Ambrose fight to have some crazy spots.
Oh, I know. Like if it's anything like that, the main event last time where he like do that running kick into the. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Yeah, there's going to be some real crazy stuff going down in that match.
I can't wait to see.
And the Cena Orton match is going to be pretty good. I mean, they haven't really sold that one a lot. Yeah. But I mean, Orton is a veteran who's incredibly talented. Cena's a veteran who's incredibly talented. Both have been in fucking cell matches. It'll be good. It'll be brutal because those two can really beat the crap out of each other.
So I was kind of confused. I guess. So is it the Orton and Cena match? Like whoever wins that gets another shot at Brock?
Correct.
That seems kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
I was glad to see Paul Heyman come out because Paul Heyman's amazing and I love watching him. But I don't know. That seems kind of weird. And it's really soon.
Well, they didn't really say when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think the thought is that it will happen before the Rumble.
Yeah.
Probably at TLC in December.
Like, I imagine they're probably going to have Cena win to have, like, another shot at him, but I would rather see Orton actually have
I agree. Actually, I think that the right call would be, especially with all the Randy Orton RKO out of nowhere vines.
Yeah.
that are amazing that everyone needs to watch because they're hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that he needs a push right now because he's really good, and I think that I talked about this. I fantasy booked this with my brother, but I was talking about how Randy Orton needs to win this, maybe in kind of a heel way. And the whole reason why they gave the idea was John Cena couldn't beat Brock Lesnar is because he wouldn't give in to his hatred,
Right.
become evil to beat the Beast.
Yeah.
But Randy Orton's like, fuck that, I'll be evil.
Exactly.
Like, I'll do whatever it takes to beat the Beast. And then he can, maybe win against Brock Lesnar via, a DQ so he doesn't get the title. But you know what I mean? And then, he can, brutalize him with an RKO and, hit him with a chair and stuff and be like, I can do what John Cena can't. And then they can have a rivalry there. So that way Cena doesn't have to fight Lesnar again for the third time. You know what I mean? As a main event, they can bring back someone or have Reigns do it, or, Ambrose or Rollins, or maybe if Daniel Bryan's healthy, or Cesaro, for God's sakes,
Yeah. I will say one thing that I'm really happy about is, and I shouldn't be too surprised, but I mean, they've taken these former Shield guys and really pushed them a lot. I'm glad to see that they've transitioned not only into occasional main events for Raw, but also now see them sharing, I guess, a main event with
correct
for a real pay-per-view.
And you have posters that have Ambrose Rollins on the poster.
Exactly.
This is what people want to see. And having the Survivor Series posters that came out, showing Seth Rollins, showing Cesaro and Ambrose, showing these guys, and Roman Reigns, okay, they're going with the young guys. They're really trying to build it up because, it's kind of like what's going on in SNL this season.
Oh yeah,
you've got a huge changeover in all. You got a lot of the old people, or more veteran people have left. You got the new people, and you got to run with these new people, man.
Yeah.
You can't lean back on the old. You got to push forward because, the only reason why, they got good or popular was because they got a lot of airtime and were good, you can't, you got to move on. As they talked about, it's the reality era now. They're past the PG era. They're to the reality era. So they need to act like it's a new era and really get in. So, and God, I want to see Brock Lesnar wrestle again. I love watching that guy wrestle.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
He is probably the scariest human being in the world. Scariest looking.
Well, he's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just if you imagine that guy in an alleyway is hey man, I need to talk to you. That is the scariest person you could see. He is a monster of a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for that he'd be like, I need to speak to you. Because he's got that voice cracking high voice that he has.
I definitely wouldn't want to run into him in an alley. That's for sure.
No. Definitely don't want to run into Lesnar in an alley.
That kind
of
reminds me of Rusev, though. And, man, this week, once again.
What? Rusev's amazing.
Big E fought again.
Yeah, I know.
Won again.
It's come on. Speaking of Big E.
Come on.
Why is he not doing anything? I love that guy. He never does anything.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I don't know what they want to do with Rusev. I like the Big Show thing at the end where he did the thing, but then they had him kick the fucking soldier, and that was a bit much. That was maybe a bit much.
They're building a Cena feud. Is the thought they're building him up to fight John Cena at WrestleMania? Is the thought?
Oh, because
he's America.
Yeah, right.
He's Captain America of the WWE.
Yeah, I know you like.
Thoughts he's gonna have a huge win over Big Show. And he'll probably end up fighting another big star and beating them clean, just so that he can get his eventual first loss ever. First legitimate loss to John Cena.
I know you like him, but I could care less.
He's incredible, and Lana is incredible.
Lana's incredible.
I also want to let everyone know that I discovered this week, that Lana had a previous career before the WWE as a musician, kind of,
Yeah.
slash actress slash model. And she did nude modeling.
Oh, wow.
So look forward to looking that up. Because there's naked photos of Lana on the internet.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because they usually don't let their divas do that. But I guess she'd done it beforehand.
Yeah.
But usually those people, I don't know. I don't know what happened to where she was allowed to get in there because they usually screen that kind of thing, and they must have known about it, you know.
Didn't China... Well, I guess China did that stuff afterwards.
But this isn't like porn. This is like tasteful, like...
Oh, yeah. But
Here's some like fancy photography shots where I'm topless, you know. Or here's my butt from profile. You know, these are like classy photo shoots.
Right.
You know.
Side butt.
Side butt. Yep, side butt, under boob, all of it. Get some side boob, top boob. All the boob.
Oh, yep, all the boob, basically.
Yeah, from every angle.
No nipples.
No, they're nipples.
There are nipples.
Oh yeah, it's nude.
Oh, awesome.
It's
Okay.
nude.
Completely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. 100% nude Russian. From Charlotte, from Gainesburg, Florida.
I was gonna say, yeah,
It's from Florida.
via Florida.
Yeah, she's not actually Russian. I think one of her parents is like 100% Russian, but they moved over here, so she's not really. Or actually, no, I think it's Romanian, something like that. From one of those Russian bloc countries, Slavic area. Thank you. That's probably a better term for it. Okay, so my weeks. Do you have anything else that you had for your weeks?
Not too much. I played D&D, and once again, I think that's amazing and fun, and everybody should do that.
Yeah, I agree. I play it too.
D&D is fun. I really like 5th edition.
Ah,
I do. I really like it.
garbage edition.
No, it's actually like it's the best of both worlds.
It's better than 4.
It's better than Pathfinder 2, I think.
Wow.
The only thing I like better about Pathfinder is they have more classes and stuff, but that's just because they've been around.
Yeah, it's been
Actually,
around.
Pathfinders are starting to get kind of loaded now.
Holy shit, yes, Adam.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about it being bloated, though, is you have options.
Yeah, definitely.
You can say, no, as a GM, I'm only allowing the stuff that was out when this adventure path came out. So, you know, you can use these books. Can't use any of this weird new shit they came up with.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mesh with the game that I want, you know. Whereas, you know, you have the option to omit that stuff.
Totally. And I'm sure a lot more of those options will be available later on for...
Of course, as always.
I really like what they've done with the core mechanics. I really do.
With 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
They just call it Dungeons and Dragons now, but yeah, it is the 5th edition.
Oh, fuck off. Was this Apple?
They've rebooted
It's
it.
the iPad. No, it's the 4th iPad. Stop calling it that.
No, it's rebooted.
Dumb. It's Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Yeah.
It is, well, to be fair, it is the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons that has been released. It follows the 4th.
It follows the 4th.
Well, 3.5 technically isn't in a full edition. It's 3.5.
Yeah, there's some also weirdness early on where it was like first and then like advanced.
That wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. That was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It doesn't count in the numbering scheme.
But aren't all the other number ones after that advanced, or are they not?
I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a mess.
Too complicated.
Yep, it's 5th, but I love it.
Too complicated.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
they've changed the way some classes work. That's really cool. They've changed spell casting some. It's really good.
Wow, it sounds very nerdy and boring.
Probably to everybody else, yes.
Well, to talk about the mechanics at least is pretty nerdy and boring.
That's true. I love it, but yeah.
Yeah, me too. But I know that that's something a very special few people can appreciate.
I suppose so.
And I am one of them. Especial. All right. Adam?
Yes.
Anything else for your week before we move on to
No.
the week El Jonico?
I don't think so. I downloaded all the free games for this month, but I haven't had a chance to play them yet. Any of them.
Oh, for PlayStation Plus?
Like I think I've already played some.
Dust is really good.
Yeah, I have Dust on 360, so I've already played some of that.
Me too. Yeah, but I'm gonna play it a little bit more
Yeah.
because it's a really gorgeous looking game, and the fighting mechanics are fun. And I don't know, I'll play that for sure. I played a bunch of Pix the Cat.
I haven't played any. Is it like that Arcado series? It looks a lot
It,
like that.
I think it's the same company as the Xbox indie game cat
Yeah.
games that were like platformers. This isn't a platform at all. It's like Pac-Man a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a
Right.
puzzle game where you're running around collecting ducks. It's actually cool though because the music's great and it's actually kind of addicting. Like I'm not huge into those, but like just trying to like get better at running the mazes. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mix between Pac-Man and Snake. How about that?
Oh,
That makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I think that, and then there was a couple other games I'd never heard of that I just don't.
Spelunky. But
Oh, I played a bunch of Spelunky with Lauren.
Oh, did you?
I got a second controller. Spelunky is real. I'm gonna have to bring that down when I visit. Maybe we'll have to play some Spelunky.
I have Spelunky on. Yeah, I downloaded it.
And we could stream it.
I guess Spelunky doesn't really seem like my kind of game.
Oh, but it's fun with two people. Trust me.
Is it? Okay.
Oh yeah, because it's ridiculous how easily it is to die in that game. But if you have a second person, you can find like a coffin and then like let them out. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
A la the Donkey Kong barrels in Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
You find your friend and then they're back at full health. So it's actually kind of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, you know, and it's kind of one of those games that, like any roguelike type game, which is like a roguelike. Rogue was a procedurally generated like RPG type game where everything's randomly generated, monsters, levels, dungeons. This is a randomly generated platformer, and since it's random, shit can go down quickly. Where you're like,
definitely.
oh, we're doing good, and then like you fall down a pit, and then there's like 3 monsters and a spike, and you die in like 2 seconds. And it's just fun that way, I guess, because you know it can reload really fast. And with 2 people, there's a little bit less danger because
I like
you have a second person.
Some of those. Yeah.
We'll have to try it. It's really fun
Okay.
with 2 people, especially just because
Yeah.
you can like grab and throw each other and stuff. I don't know. It's just fun. Like I had fun.
I really want to get Shadows of Mordor, and maybe I'll get that after
Yeah.
first of the month when I can afford it. But
Wake up. Wake up. It's
Wake
the
up.
first of the month. Get up. Get up. Cash your checks.
oh, there was one other thing I
Bone
happened this
Thugs
week.
and Harmony. Sorry. And Sports Friends is really fun with 2 people.
I haven't played
There's a lot of that. We'll have to play that too. There's some fun stuff in there.
There was one other thing that happened this week though. That's not this week, I guess, but last week. But we didn't podcast, so
Oh, okay.
I got a new phone.
You're an Apple person now.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm an iPhone person now.
You went for the big one or the regular one?
The regular one.
No
iPhone
biggie?
6. No plus.
That phone is too large.
I think it's a bit big.
It's like the Galaxy Note phones. It's like, that's too
Yeah,
big. That's too big.
my mom has one of those. And
Yeah, but if you have a purse, it's fine. But if you're a guy who has to put your phone in your pocket, you're kind of screwed.
yeah, I think it's a bit big.
It's a bit big.
But I'm glad because like
A
the
phablet.
the 5S's were actually pretty small. I didn't realize.
Yeah, they're not big.
They're not big.
Apple is like, smaller's better, actually. Like, that was their thing, is like, well, our screen might be smaller, but the pixel density is so much higher. And it's like, you know what? The fucking 5S screen is, like, really gorgeous. And you're just saying that because you wanted a small phone. And the culture at Apple was those phones are too large. And then this year, they're like, hey, guess what? Our phones are the same size now as the other ones.
And actually, it is almost. It's about the same as my S3 was. My
Yeah, it's a little
S3.
bigger.
Yeah, and actually, I like it quite a bit. And the way it's a little bit, I think, maybe a tad bit taller and a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
But I actually like it a lot. The dimensions are very good. And it's so fucking thin. Like, I have a case on it now, and it's
So
still fucking thin.
bendy.
It's not.
You bend yours?
I have not bent mine. I have a case, and I think that
You
should
got a
probably
case? All right, yeah. Well, you also don't put it in your skinny jeans back pocket while cruising down Williamsburg, eating at the local fucking falafel taqueria mishmash restaurant, listening to your fucking hipster music, You fucking iPhone person.
I actually really like it though.
They make good phones, Adam.
They do. They
We
make
know
good
this.
phones. Like
Work really well.
all I've had up to this point is Android. I was a little bit wary about switching,
That's true.
but
Well, you know, when you end up running out of space on your phone, you can just pop in an SD. Oh wait,
I got a 128 gig.
Ah, you fucking you jag off. You wasted all of your money on that.
I wasted all of my money on it.
128 fucking gigabytes. You'll never need that much.
Well, here's the thing.
64 is where I would go as the max.
Here's the thing. I had originally planned to get a 64.
They didn't have them.
No place had any fucking thing. I was going to get 64, but it would take like a month.
Oh my god. This is why you don't buy Apple
But
products.
Best Buy did have a 128 gig, and they had a gray one, which is actually what I wanted anyway.
how much,
gray or
how much
silver.
does that set you back?
I don't even want to say because it's a fucking lot. It's actually 128.
Yeah. What do they retail for?
iPhone 6. They retail I think for like $850.
Well, okay. What do you get with your plan though?
With my plan, I got it for like $400. Which
Yeah, there you go.
it was, it's a lot. But
Through your contract.
I was gonna pay $300 anyway for the 64 gig one. So
True that.
and I didn't want to. I thought $100 for not waiting a month and having more space was.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever.
What can you do? It's a phone. You need to use it every day. So
Exactly.
You can justify spending money.
Exactly.
I paid $200 for my phone when I got it.
Me too. My last one before this.
The S3, which is great and still works for me.
Yeah, mine was really good too.
Hey, when your
I still have
battery
mine,
dies on your iPhone, will you be able to replace it?
too. I can send it to Apple to replace it.
Good. So that sounds great, Adam.
Well, I'm paying for the equipment protection plan.
Oh,
so
yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you pay extra?
I do that for every phone. No,
I don't do that shit. It's useless.
No, it's not useless. I've had to use it several times.
It's too much money.
No, it's not. It's not if you need it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Dude, my Droid 2, like it was after the warranty period. I had to replace that like 3 times after the warranty period.
Well, okay, so the problem with phone, and now everyone has tuned out because we're talking about phone warranties. But the problem with phone warranties are that they fucking don't cover a lot of things still. And the stuff that they do cover, they charge you a ridiculous fucking, like, what's it called? Not a premium, but what's it called when you have to pay out of pocket? Like
a deductible?
Yeah, you have to pay like $150 deductible.
That's the thing, though. With this total equipment thing, any kind of equipment issue with it, if it's not like I fucking like threw it on the ground, then it does not cost me anything.
Yeah, well, that's the way it works. But like the whole point you get it is in case you drop it on the ground.
Well, then you have to pay like $150, but it's still better than paying $850. So,
but you're paying like $10 a month for this insurance.
Yeah. So altogether,
apartment
some instead of $800
insurance,
some.
which covers like $20,000 in like theft and fire, is like $15 a month.
All right,
charging you
consider
$10 a month.
Consider how often apartment fires have compared to dropping your phone, though.
Well, $20,000 versus a $600 phone.
But the chances are way higher with the phone. People drop their phone every fucking day.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
But mine also covers liability as well.
Oh, mine does too. For my phone.
Wait,
if my phone destroys somebody else's phone,
murders someone else, you're covered.
Totally. I got the full protection, man.
You drop your phone from a high building by accident
and it kills some dude. Yeah, it pays.
You're covered with the liability. Phone liability.
Phone liability.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've always really hated that, and they also fucking push that shit on you too, and like, I don't know.
Never had to push it on me. I always wanted it.
There's like a weird fucking, I don't know. There's like it's like fucking I hate phone companies.
It's like any insurance, though.
They're like used car salesmen.
Yeah, they're horrible.
They're like, oh, if you buy this $50 case, you'll get insurance for free or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Oh, I couldn't. I right before I got the phone, I switched my plan to an awesome deal.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't upgrade my phone to an iPhone because of it. So then I had to actually, call them, and they said, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll just switch your plan back to whatever you need to get the phone, and then call us back to switch it back to the good one." So I had to do all that bullshit, but whatever. That's
anything for your Apple fix.
No, that was any smartphone. That was anything. Because I had the old unlimited plan, and like I had before that.
Anything to suckle the teat of Jobs.
Okay, Jobs isn't even alive anymore. For one thing,
you know that they still have his office left in state. His office, Adam, is in state. They left it. He died. No one's gone and cleaned his office.
Okay.
How fucking creepy is that?
It's a little weird.
It's a fucking office. He's not a fucking saint.
Well,
it's not like fucking. It's like fucking Lenin in state. The fucking Kremlin. Like, no, he's a fucking guy who was a dick to a bunch of people and invented a computer with a smarter person.
Yeah.
And it was good at marketing.
Okay, but think about this. To that company, he basically is a saint.
And he had cancer. And he refused to get medical treatment and went to a bunch of fucking Eastern medicine places and died.
Yeah, that was retarded. But
he was dumb.
But
I'm sorry.
Think of like where that company was when he came back to it, and the insane change that's made. The company
making candy-colored fucking computer boxes that nobody wanted.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Apple was about to bite it, but when he came back, and he turned the fucking thing around into the insanity that it is today.
He was smart, He also, I believe...
He is the patron saint of that company. He's the Apple saint.
He also sent them in that direction before he left, though. I mean, I believe he invented the Newton. And some other garbage.
I don't know about that. But
I'm going to see who invented the Newton.
Apple, it's an Apple product, but...
Steve Jobs Newton. Did he have anything to do with it? Apple Newton message pad. Personal digital assistant. Let's see here. Ended in 1998. Who developed this?
I think because he was gone. He was gone during that time, I think.
Well, it started in 87, actually.
Oh, really?
Which I think he was around for.
Yeah, he was around for that.
Let me see here. Steve...
98, I think it was right before he came back. Because he didn't come back until...
maybe not. No, man. After it was canceled, Steve Jobs took over. So, yeah, you know what? He didn't have anything to do with that.
There you go.
There you go. He was actually talking about how the new thing he was going to make was the iPad, or the iPhone. And it was going to be like the Newton, but good. So, you know what? He turned it around. Good on Jobs.
Yep.
Although I do want to tell everyone, if you have cancer, go to a real doctor.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Do not think that you can like yoga it out.
Or what's that stuff where they put like a tiny bit of medicine in like a bunch of water?
I don't know what he did, but
homeopathy. Don't do that.
He did it wrong.
Aromatherapy. No.
Aromatherapy. Yeah. You got cancer. Here's a bunch of candles. This is part of our aromatherapy. So
the good smells kill the cancer.
Previously treated islet cell neuroendocrine pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer is pretty bad.
He actually was cured a little bit.
Wow.
But let's see here. I think he was diagnosed, and then he went. Here we go.
He was in remission for a bit.
Jobs stated he had a rare, far less aggressive type of pancreatic cancer, so it was much more curable. Despite his diagnosis, he resisted his doctor's recommendations for medical intervention for 9 months.
Yeah.
Instead, consuming a pseudo-medicine diet in an attempt to thwart the disease. According to the researcher, the choice of alternative treatment led to his early death, and he would have been fine if he would have went to a real doctor.
Yeah.
So
bad call there.
Yeah. I can understand distrust of the government.
Yeah.
Distrust of the medical fucking establishment is incorrect.
Absolutely.
Because if you do a bad job healing someone, you lose your job. So they have to be good at what they do.
Sometimes.
And the idea of like pharmaceutical companies making a ton of money, if their drugs don't work, they don't make any money. They have to make a good product to make money. That's the whole point. You know what I mean? There's accountability, because if healthcare is bad, no one will go to that hospital and it will close.
On the other hand, think about this.
Think about this. You could drink this plant from the Andes.
No. Think about this.
Okay.
Half of the doctors in the world finished at the bottom half of their class in med school.
Okay.
Think about that.
You know what? I will think about it. Adam, you're right. You're so right. That's why I'm never going to a doctor. When I get my pancreatic cancer, I'm going to just watch a bunch of movies.
Oh, yeah.
Eat a bunch of ice cream.
I'm going to go to Burning Man and, like...
Kiss the sky goodbye.
Peyote. Yeah.
Do some ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca. That's the... What are you saying?
Isn't it... Ayahuasca?
I think it's ayahuasca.
It's like ayahuasca. It's
drug
ayahuasca or something like that.
It's the drug that makes you throw up?
Yeah.
Ayahuasca?
No, Epicac is the drug that makes you throw up.
That's true. You just give someone some Epicac and be like, you're tripping balls, man.
I think it's pronounced ayahuasca, but I could be wrong. It's spelled like Ayahuasca or something.
I'm on Wikipedia.
While you do that, I'm going to get some water.
Ayahuasca, usually pronounced a bunch of letters that look like monster letters. I can't read that. Can I say it for me? Oh, hello. Adam's getting ice water. You can hear it in the recording, actually. So ayahuasca, usually pronounced Urjuwerka or Eritwaske. I can't read this. All right. It's a psychedelic brew. It's a psychedelic brew, man. Made out of Banisterospius copi vine in combination with other plants.
Did I catch that vine again?
Banisterospius capi. It is either mixed with the leaves of DMT-containing species of shrub or a plant that doesn't have it.
So it's got DMT
it
in
first,
it?
Yeah, well, it can or can't. It doesn't matter. It depends on who's making it. Depends on which quote-unquote psychedelic brew you're getting. Anyway,
Is there anything that pronounces it for you?
Yeah, it's Waska, it says.
Ayahuasca?
Yeah, I think so. I can't read the fucking... It's a bunch of weird letters.
It's a phonetic alphabet thing.
It's not a simple phonetic alphabet, though. It's a very complicated version that they chose to use.
Are you just looking at Wikipedia or what?
Yeah. So if you want to look at what it looks like, I'm looking at a cook going on right here. It is a bunch of leaves and twigs in a pot that they pour water in. It's like ridiculously simple to make, but it's basically just like a nasty liquid, of which I've heard tastes horrible.
Ayahuasca will make you cry, vomit, and feel amazing.
Yes. So apparently it makes you trip a bunch. So like the idea, I've heard people have done this, is it's very purgative. Basically, like, you take it for a while and you're like, man, I don't feel great, but I'm not feeling anything. And then you throw up and you're immediately, like, hallucinating. Like, but supposedly it's actually being used medicinally a lot by people that are traveling down to the those areas, like in Mexico. Oh, I was right. Ayahuasca. I hear it.
Excellent.
All right. So anyway, would you try this?
God, no, nothing makes me throw up.
I like that. You're just like, it's gonna make me puke. Fuck that.
Exactly. Why would you take that?
I saw a thing where they were talking.
There's a lot of better ways to feel amazing. I mean,
well, anyway, I heard they were talking about ayahuasca, and it, I guess, is being used to treat heroin addiction. And actually, there's like
because
science.
It feels like heroin, but you throw up, and it makes you feel horrible.
No. It deals with the type of the way that it bonds in your head, it's an MAOI, which is a monoamine oxidase inhibitor.
So
and
it
I guess
binds to the spots that heroin normally would. Or
correct, something? And it actually it basically like fixes like the physical addiction part of it, because it basically like breaks your body out of the cycle by like resetting the fucking. That's what I've heard. I mean, I don't know what the science is behind this because it can't be researched because of the state that it's in. But apparently, it actually can pass through the blood-brain barrier, which is pretty crazy. It actually works like crazy. So there have been lots of people that have done that for heroin addiction, and they're like, it works. Like it basically just resets your brain. You know what I mean? Like you don't think the same way about the drug anymore. So I don't know. Anything that could help people.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing. Like, I don't care if it's a drug, but, if it's going to cure someone of something, especially something as horrible as being addicted to heroin, it's worth it. Worth a shot. All right, so my week. Let's get to my week.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. Would I do ayahuasca? I don't know. Probably. Why not? I could talk about it on the podcast. I feel like I do more things because I record this.
Probably.
Just so I could talk about it. Okay.
Have you ever done mushrooms?
No.
Okay.
What about you, Adam?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I don't really think I'd ever really like to do something that would, like, mess with my...
I agree. And I know, as someone who has anxiety like I do...
Yeah, exactly.
Any hallucinogenic drug, probably not a good idea for me.
Exactly, right? That's the way I feel.
But I think about it this way, though. I never have nightmares, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, my subconscious doesn't seem to be anxious. It's just my conscious brain. Maybe a hallucination would tap into fucking, I don't know, terrible person my brain is, I guess.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe we'll never know.
Maybe.
So, my week, the reason why we didn't record is my pewter broke. In short, pewter broke. Mm-hmm. My computer is having issues. It was just freezing up and locking up, and little green dots would show up all over the screen. It was definitely looking like a corrupted video coming out of the video card, showing up on the BIOS screen when you boot up, even before Windows shows up. That's not good. So I swapped out the video card with another one that I had. After much grumbling, basically, I was like, I don't want to switch it out. I'm just going to take it to someone. And I was like, it'll be easy. So it was really easy to swap a video card. I mean, it's literally, you've done it before. You literally just line up a slot and push it in until it clicks.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you put screws on it, and then you shut the case, and it works. Well, and then you have to plug the power in, the SATA cable, not the SATA
power. They're power cables.
Power cable from the power supply, but that's easy. 6-slot power adapter, plug it in. Doesn't work.
I was pretty sure it was in the video card because that should not affect the BIOS. The BIOS. That's
no.
That stuff
Video
loads.
card should affect a video card. Physical card issue would affect the BIOS though.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, for sure. I had that happen before.
Really?
If your video card fries, it'll mess up the BIOS because the BIOS goes through the video card. It has to display.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. It has to.
It doesn't have to.
My fucking DVI goes through my video card, so it has to pass through the video card to go to my monitor. And if there is a physical chip board, physical malfunction, it's going to fuck up the video feed.
I suppose that's true.
But when I put the new video card in, didn't have any of those problems, but it was still hard locking when I was watching videos. So I know it's probably not the video card because it's either my Windows install is fucked up from the 8.1 install and drivers got messed up or whatever, which would be an easy fix, which is like probably a 10% chance of that being it.
Yeah.
But looking up my video card, which is a beautiful Asus, let me get the exact name. Asus P9 X9 LE limited edition. Looking up the Newegg, a lot of people being like, I've gone through 3 of these already. They keep fucking up.
Ouch.
So, good on ya, Asus, for making a shitty card that people have had to replace. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'm going to turn it into the place and be like, hey, can you guys check to see if Asus will replace this for me? Because it fucking has been working for a year and a half, and now it's dead. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a new fucking mobo, and I can't replace the motherboard. I don't have the patience or the... I would have too much anxiety taking everything out of my computer and putting in a new mobo. So I'm probably going to have someone do that, and so I'm probably going to be out like $500, I can only assume, with parts.
Get an iPhone for that.
And the worst part about the whole deal, fucking get an iPad for that. The worst part, which I want, god damn it, worst part about that whole dealio is that I have warranty through the company I bought the computer from that built it, but it doesn't include parts.
Of course not.
So I don't know what I would do. Do I just mail the tower to them?
Probably.
Do they pay for the shipping?
Doubtful. Well,
because shipping would be $100 for a box that size. Oh yeah. Like $50, $60, you know what I mean? Like, it is not going to be cheap. And I don't want to ship it across the country.
They might send
I have the box that I got it in.
They might send you something. I might send you like a label or something.
If they send me a shipping label, I need to talk to them about this.
Yeah.
Because if they'll send me a shipping label, I guess I'll ship it across country. I can't figure out how to get it back in the box the way it came. Like with the styrofoam, I still have the styrofoam inserts.
Yeah.
I don't know how they sent it to me because it certainly doesn't seem to fit in there. But I guess if they'll send me a shipping label, I'll mail it back to them. I mean, why not? Fuck. But they had like some fine print, like they wouldn't like pay for any damages incurred in shipping. So it's like, well, what if it falls off a truck?
That's what
$1,000
shipping insurance is for.
But then I want to buy a new computer. I could just take it to a local shop and they do it. I mean, fuck, if they're not covering parts, labor is going to be like $100. You know what I mean? At most. Because most places charge $50 an hour for computer work labor. You know what I'm saying? $50, half a binge an hour. And I think replacing a mobo after a free, because they'll do a free diagnosis. And then after replacing a mobo, it's probably going to cost $100 of labor. I can only assume 2 hours, probably.
Maybe it'll take that long.
No, probably less actually.
Because if they know what they're doing, it'll take an hour or so, or less.
Yeah, so like $50 for labor. You know what I mean? Like, if the fucking place is going to charge me for parts anyway, why would I want to worry about shipping it off, waiting a week, for it to ship? Because I'm sure they're not going to ship it next day air. It's going to ship ground and take a week to get there. Then, you know what I mean, where I could just take it to a place and they'll be like, oh yeah, mobo's fried. Let's put a new one in. It'll be, $350 for the mobo, $50 to do it, $400. Here's your computer like a week later. It might just be worth it for that.
Well, I mean, I know you bought yours pretty recently. I just usually see these opportunities as the time to get a new computer.
It's far too current.
Yeah.
I have, a fucking, I don't even know what I have. I have an i7, like 8770 or something, and a Radeon 9770 card. I mean, I have top-of-the-line computers still. You know what I mean? Like, it is still max specs for most things. Yeah. Because I bought it. It was $1,500 when I bought it, It was a fucking expensive-ass computer.
That's the other thing. I never spend that much on a computer. So.
Well, the whole point of me spending this much was that it was going to be built by a professional person and wouldn't have problems ever.
Well, here's the thing. Like, hardware is going to have... You're going to have hardware problems. That stuff you never know about until you actually get up and running for a while.
I guess the thought I had was, I buy it from this place, they'll have warranties and shit on their labor and stuff, or their like workmanship, you know? So if it fucks up, I could be like, hey, you fucked my computer up. Fix it for me. But now it's a giant hassle to do that part.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime
if I'm ever having someone build a computer for me again, it's going to be a local computer shop building it for me.
Have me do it, man.
Or I'll come down with you with all the parts and we'll put it together. It's not even that hard. I could probably do it myself.
You probably, you could. I
mean, just don't want to.
You just watch like a video on it.
It's really easy. If anyone's never put a computer together, you literally have a case, you put the motherboard down on the screw mounts that are like listed, you screw them in, you plug in, a power supply into the rack, the hard drives go in the hard drive racks, you put the video card in the video card slot, you put the CPU in the CPU cradle, put some thermal paste on it, and put your cooler on it, and you're fucking done. And maybe throw a case fan in. You know what I mean?
And piece of advice, if you're having trouble with the third-party cooling thing, take the time to figure it out and do it, as opposed to
when Adam
putting everything together and then realizing to take everything apart again.
Adam put his computer together and then realizing that the third-party cooler fan that he bought would need to be mounted through the back of the mobo, of which he had no access to.
Yeah.
Actually, on my computer, you would have been able to do it without tearing it apart. Because mine has a panel on the other side of the mobo where you could access the screws.
Mine does too, I think.
Oh.
But the way... You have to... It's weird, though.
Yours was weird.
Yeah.
But you were like, I'll use the stock cooler. And you were like, it is not working. I need the big fan.
Yeah.
I have mine's water cooled.
That's great.
It is, except
I don't know how to do that shit.
Except for, well, dude, it's easy as fuck.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
It's just something you plant on top of it, like just the water.
Exactly. It's just like a fucking fan. It's fully enclosed. You just put it on. I'm worried that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's no way with a fan you can tell that a fan is spinning.
Well, your BIOS should have like warnings for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
modern ones do.
The power showed, the heating showed that it was always like under 50 C, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, because mine's always at like fucking mid 70s, and it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't.
It can be that high.
It shouldn't really get bad until like 90 something, but
yeah, CPUs are pretty safe to be warm.
Yeah, but you don't really want it to be.
No,
70 is like your 80%. Like you should watch out range.
Nice thing about the water cooler, though, is I looked up the website, and they're like, there's a blue LED on it. If you see that blue LED, it means it's running and circulating water just fine. So I'm like, all right, blue LED's lit. It's got to be working. So who knows?
There you go.
I'm still scared. Because it's not a fan. I can't tell. Is it circulating?
It's better than a fan. It's quieter.
It is. Much quieter, actually. Well, there's still a fan attached.
Yeah.
Because the way that it works is that there's a little cable that has water in it that goes on top of the CPU, basically the little metal, whatever plate it is that the water's on.
Yeah.
And then it pumps away the warm water. I think it's constantly circulating. And then the fan apparatus is like a radiator, basically. It's just a lot of little tubing that the water runs through that a fan, basically sucks air off of. So it's pulling air through the case over it to cool the water down. So... Yeah, it's actually really cool, and I'm glad I got it, because I would suggest water cooling for anyone, because it's better than a fan, because it won't gunk up like a fan does with dust, just the fan part will gunk up, but that's like...
I mean, mine mine should have a heat sink, too, and those work pretty well, too. But...
Yeah. Well, I really like my setup. I just wish it worked, and it sounds 100% like the motherboard is just fried.
I think that's probably the case, yeah.
Which sucks, asshole.
Oh, it does. It's like the worst thing. Well, that's like that...
I was telling people, like, when you have to replace the motherboard is like when your car engine dies.
Uh-huh.
It's the most expensive thing.
Well...
Other than the CPU.
Or the graphics card, if you want a nice...
They're not that expensive, though. They're like $250 for a really good one.
That's about how much the motherboard costs.
That's true. But the motherboard is so much harder to replace.
Oh, it's definitely harder to replace, yeah.
You know, like the engine is the hardest thing to replace in a car because you literally have to unhook everything, get a giant crane, pull the engine out. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Not only that, but you have to make sure it's the exact same
size.
Well, you have to make sure it works like the same kind of socket for your CPU and
exactly.
all the different kinds of shit that hooks up to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be figuring out what to do. I'll take it into the computer. I think I'm just gonna take it in. Well, I should have emailed the other people and asked what their process is with RMAs. Because if they're like, well, I wonder if they're gonna have me just send the mobo out.
If that's the point, then there's...
Yeah.
Might as well just
I don't know. I hate having computer problems. So now I'm on my shitty Dell, which is actually awesome because I bought it in 2008 and it still runs pretty decently.
I was going to say, you're lucky you have something to go back up to because mine, I don't have anything like that I can...
Yeah, laptop.
Yeah, which sucks balls because it was a Black Friday deal like 3 years ago and just not holding up very well.
Yeah, laptops are old. They don't live. They get obsolete quick. Yeah, so, you know,
I mean, I like it. It works for me, but
I just need to figure out what I'm going to do and deal with it. So I'm likely going to be running the Draenor expansion off my old computer because I'm sure none of this will get fixed by fucking 2 weeks from now.
Probably not.
Well, if it's just replacing the mobo and I have to take to a local place, 2 weeks is doable.
Well, yeah, if you take to a local place, then yeah. But then you have to pay more. So.
But if I'm shipping that out, it's like a month it's going to be gone.
Probably.
Fuck! So that's what I've been dealing with for a week.
Ugh.
That's literally my week. This is like depressing me. Having to think about my computer being broken.
Yeah.
It's just something I use so much. But at least World of Warcraft runs on this PC, so...
Yeah, totally.
That's, like, good. And it runs pretty good. Like, everything at, like, fair to medium settings, it runs, so... This computer just slows balls. And fucking Flash. I don't know what's going on with Shockwave and Flash with fucking Chrome on this computer, but goddamn, it crashes all the time. So I was worried about this, but this has been pretty smooth the whole time.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than it crashing as soon as I opened up the Google Hangout. But once I opened it a second time, it's been good. All right, Adam, so let's go back into it.
Okay.
Fall 2014 TV. Let's get through this.
All right. Actually, I can update Constantine because I finally seen the first episode.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. How was the first episode of Const?
Pretty good.
Tantine.
Pretty good.
Yeah? John Constantine's doing it up?
He is. Doing a dime. Yeah.
Aragorn.
All
right.
It appears to be a very kind of supernatural-ish vibe, but the one thing I like about it is it goes straight into the like whole, ghosts and angels and demons.
Yeah,
stuff.
I was like, what I heard from someone was like, it just drops you in. Like, it doesn't handhold you for like 4 episodes for an origin. It's like, nope, we're going.
Exactly, and I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing.
Also, it took like Supernatural to get season 4 or 5 before they had all the really cool shit like demons and angels.
Like the
and stuff.
Apocalypse.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
And yeah, here it's you're in the shit right away. And also, the guy that got to play Constantine is really good and very funny in that dry sort of way. And seems to fit the role really well. I'm really enjoying it.
All right,
can't wait to see more.
All right.
So the last one we looked at was Flash.
Yep.
Next one on my list is Forever, which I've actually stopped watching. It's a new show. It's around. It interested me because the theme was immortality, which I always find super interesting. I like
because you never want to die.
Because I never want to die.
You don't believe in heaven.
I don't.
You don't believe in hell.
Nope. It's like that Imagine song.
Imagine all the people, Adam.
Yep.
Living for today.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho.
I was just about to do that part. Woo-hoo. That's you. You're regular John Lennon over there.
Yeah, and it's like this British guy. I don't know. It's another procedural thing, and it's not. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just it wasn't particularly
No
catching
good?
enough for me to.
Doesn't get the ham, approval seal.
Nope, no seal on that one.
All right.
I might catch up on it at some point, maybe
Oh
if I'm
God,
bored, but not looking like it for now.
I've hurt myself.
I'm
I got
sorry.
Burt's Bees chapstick that I put on my lips, and I touched my eye.
Ah,
It's peppermint oil burns.
I bet it does.
Why have I done this? It's like when you rub your eyes after you've cut a jalapeno.
Youch.
Oh, that's awful. Okay. It's
That
getting
sounds
worse
bad.
before it's getting better. Holy shit.
You go get some water or something? Or?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gutted out. I'm like Roman Reigns here. I'm just gonna gut it out.
All right. You got a hernia from gutting it out.
Shut up. All right. The next on the list is Got Ham.
Gotham, yep.
Oh. Sorry. I read that wrong.
This is... I haven't read, the
Gotham City PD.
the Gotham Central comics.
It's pretty good comic.
I think it's different from that, though.
It is completely different from the
Yeah.
comic.
So I can't say...
That comic pretty much deals with supervillains and the aftermath of said supervillains, and then Batman showing up sometime. This doesn't have Batman.
It does, but, it doesn't have Batman. It has Bruce Wayne, I guess.
That doesn't count. Ben
I really
Affleck?
like it, though. No.
Ah.
It's a child.
What?
Yeah.
Pre-Batman?
Oh, it's very pre-Batman.
That sucks.
But you kind of see, the beginnings of Batman. The first episode literally starts
The
with...
kid's like going to Taekwondo classes.
Not yet, but...
Oh man, you got some arm blades on him.
the first episode is the Waynes being
do it
murdered,
up.
though, so...
Oh, good.
But
Just
it does
what
follow,
I wanted to see.
It follows Commissioner Gordon, though, which is...
Pearls landing on the sidewalk.
Yeah, all of it.
Oh man, the whole deal.
And weirdly, I guess Selena Kyle is a little bit older than Batman, but
Significantly older than Batman.
not significantly. Maybe, 5 or 6 years. Maybe 7 or 8. I don't know.
Oh, I thought Selena Kyle was like an older woman.
No. She's like a young
she's
kid
a
on the
kid.
street.
Ah,
She's
a street urchin?
She's a street urchin, yeah.
Street rat.
Yeah.
That's a line from Aladdin.
I don't buy that. It's an excellent.
Oh God.
But Gotham is really good, though, because you get to see also, the origins of the Penguin and Poison Ivy and...
Wasn't the Penguin's origin that he was born a mutant?
in this case, he's not a mutant. He's, walks weird.
He just walks funny. He became an outcast.
He's a little bit overeducated for everybody else in Gotham.
I guess it's not like the Burton,
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
He's not Danny DeVito or anything like that.
Okay.
He doesn't, eat raw fish and weird stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Man. What a movie.
But I really like this. It's good. It's got it focuses on Gordon, when he's just a regular detective. And his partner is the guy from Terriers, if you remember that show. Probably not.
Oh, yeah. Donald Logue? Is
yeah,
it
I think
Donald
so.
Logue?
I think it is
Oh,
Donald Logue.
man. I like
Yeah.
Donald Logue.
He's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I want to watch it.
Well, you should have been watching it. It's great.
He had that show. Remember that sitcom he had where he was a dad?
No.
Oh, man. What was that called? Donald Logue.
He did have one, though. You're right.
Oh, man. What was it called? He's in Sons of Anarchy, apparently, too.
He is in Sons of Anarchy. He plays an interesting part in that.
Apparently he's in the Vikings show, too, whatever the fuck that is. Grounded for Life,
Grounded for Life, yes.
2001.
Yep.
TV Guide calls it raucous, funny, and irreverent. All the favorites.
Well, I don't know how that went, but Gotham is...
It did win an Emmy,
Really?
apparently. Actually, it says nominated for an Emmy.
Oh, that's...
And then it says another one win. So it won an award, but not an Emmy. But it got nominated. 91 episodes!
Really?
Jesus!
That's 3 or 4 seasons.
God damn. I actually remember that show being not awful.
I don't remember anything from it. I don't think I ever watched it.
I like Donald Logue, so that's why it was
I like
alright.
Donald Logue too.
He was kind of like Deadbeat Dad, but he was there. But he was kind of like a little Married with Children-esque.
Yeah. Here
Kind
he's
of
Deadbeat Cop. He's the he's like the kind of, you know, lazy or like the harsher. He's a Gotham cop, whereas Gordon is this guy straight back from the military. You know, he's basically John Cena, Captain America. He's, you know, he wants to do things by the book, whereas Donald Logue wants to beat people with the book, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's good. It's good, and you get to see some weird, kind of other super villainy type things. Like there's this crazy balloon man that like
What?
kills people with balloons. Yeah,
Where's Calendar Man?
he hasn't shown up yet, but I hope he does.
It's my favorite.
I really do. So that's Gotham. Watch it.
All right.
Next up, Grimm. I just saw the season premiere for this. recently.
How's Grimm doing? What's Grimm? Tell me what Grimm is. Give me the elevator.
Grimm is
pitch.
imagine Supernatural with
Yep.
one of them is a cop, and the other one is his fiance, who's a lady. But she doesn't actually.
Okay.
She doesn't actually do a whole
So
lot.
it's like Bones.
No. It's
It's like Scary Bones. It's like
It's-
Bones, but like with real bones,
It's-
like skeletons.
it's a procedural cop show, but with a supernatural twist.
Adam, what is Bones? You're the
Bones
only
is-
person I've ever met that watches Bones.
I have stopped watching Bones. It's not on this list, if you notice.
I did notice.
You know,
What is the premise of Bones?
what is the premise of Bones? Bones is about a forensic anthropologist
Okay.
who is part of this special
And,
unit.
and who plays this?
Zoe Deschanel's sister.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember her name. Chloe.
Zaba Deschanel.
No, something
Okay.
else.
And she's paired with a kooky partner.
She's paired with David Boreanaz as an FBI.
Yeah.
And together they solve murders because she knows the story in the bones.
So this is a David Boreanaz delivery device, basically.
Yes, and for that it is great,
Apparently
because
no longer adequate.
I was gonna say David Boreanaz's dreaminess can only last so long.
Are you saying that David Boreanaz's dreaminess has slowly slipped off as of late?
No, he's just as dreamy, but
Really? I don't know. Is he as dreamy as he was in Buffy season 1?
he's about as dreamy.
Oh, wow.
Close.
All right.
He's
All
pretty
right.
close.
He's keeping
He's
it up.
aged well.
Good for him.
But, you know, the rest of the show is just kind of bad and cheesy
Awful?
enough.
Aren't they,
Yeah.
like, married now? And, like...
They are married now, and they have a kid, and...
Jesus.
Actually, I don't know if they're... Yeah, they're married now. They have a kid. It's just kind of gotten to the point where I can't stand the rest of the show. I like David Boreanaz still. He's still funny and enjoyable, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't handle it. It's one of those things I sometimes watch occasionally when I have nothing else. I'm really bored. I'm like, oh, well, let's catch up on Bones.
Now you have the WWE for that,
Yeah, pretty much. Now I watch WWE, so...
of course.
But Grimm is, it's just a police procedural thing. I enjoy it. It's got Silas Weir Mitchell, who was in, like, Prison Break and other stuff. He's a decent actor. I like him.
Yeah.
He's not the main guy, but he's like a psychic who is not a cop, but he's one of these. They're called the Wesen. It's got a lot of German terminology in it.
Of course.
But they're like
Essen.
they're like the monsters. They look human normally, but they kind of like monster
But to the
out.
people that can see them, they see them.
Yeah, basically.
I saw a trailer where that was
Yeah.
made clear to me.
Yeah.
But only
Grimms
certain-
can see them.
Yeah, only Grimms can see them.
Exactly.
All
the Grimms.
Only Grimms can see the Scheisse Essen. Or whatever their German name is.
Wesen, yeah.
It even sounds somewhat like it. All right.
Bet.
Next up, Legend of Korra's 4th season premiering a month
It's-
and like a week after the third season ended.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
heard
actually
pretty
got like
good,
3
too.
episodes out. Maybe. I haven't gotten it yet, and
You're
I
saving
figured.
up for it until we
I-
visit.
Yeah.
That's what I actually was literally like, oh, I gotta watch this, but I'm gonna wait
Yep.
till I visit because most of it'll be through, or at least a large portion of it.
Yeah.
Um,
It will. And I'm looking forward to that.
excited. I've heard it's good. People are like, it's good. It continues
Great.
to be good.
I
So
guess it picks up like 3 years later.
yeah, it's a huge jump. Apparently,
That's crazy.
Yeah, everyone's older.
Then again, the end of the last season was like a major downer, so
yeah.
they kind of needed that. Maybe, I don't know.
Wait, how did the last season end?
With her like poisoned and like looking like shit, and
Oh, but she was recovering.
she was in a wheelchair the entire time.
Well, but the thought was she was recovering.
She looked pretty hopeless the whole time too.
Well, I guess
really
we'll find
depressed.
out. You know?
Yeah, we'll find out.
All
But,
right.
yeah, it's a great show, and I can't wait for more.
Continues to be amazing.
Oh,
Like Avatar or
Yeah.
I'm actually I almost thought about buying it on PlayStation because it's on sale right now,
Oh, really?
99 cents an episode in
Oh,
HD.
because the game.
But Amazon has them on Prime though.
Yeah. Well, not the new ones.
Everything but the fourth season. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
even the third might even be on there because
It
the fourth
is.
already started.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I have it. I know anyway, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm gonna buy them all anyway. So.
Of course, it's a great show. It's worth watching. I can agree
Totally
with
is.
that on that. All right, Sleepy Hollow. Russell Brand is a guy.
He does kind of look like Russell Brand. I never
does.
noticed that.
Yeah,
That's really funny.
it's serious Russell Brand though.
It is. Yeah.
So what is this show?
This is
Another supernatural show?
It is. You can-
That really took over with that, huh?
I have a theme that I like. I guess.
Yeah,
I like fantasy stuff.
you do.
So this is about the legend of Sleepy Hollow. It takes place in the fictional town of Sleepy Hollow.
Yep.
And the headless horseman arises, but his fate is tied to this other guy, who died at the same time, like their blood mixed or whatever. And both of them were buried, and then now they've both risen again. So there's this guy from the past who partners up with a
Yep.
black lady cop, and they're trying to
My
stop.
favorite kind.
Yep.
I like my lady cops like I like my coffee.
Black and ladies.
Delicious and hot.
Okay.
Look, I like to take my coffee with cream sometimes. What can I say? It needs to be delicious.
All right, that's fair.
But my lady cops need to be delicious too.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Moving
Sleepy
on.
Hollow. Come on, go. We got to get through these.
Yeah, so the two of them fight against the newly risen headless horseman, and they eventually learn that
And he doesn't drop his goddamn mount.
the apocalypse is
World of Warcraft.
the apocalypse is happening, and they're the two witnesses, and all kinds of crazy stuff happens. It's cool.
It's exciting. Good.
It's
action.
also got that one guy.
Russell Brand.
Nope.
All right.
The black police chief, who was a comedic actor for the most part. I can't think of his name.
All right. Good. There's a comedic police
So-
chief.
Look that up.
all
Next
right.
up, I like it. I enjoy it. It's not the best show, but it's a good, solid, fun
All
show.
right.
And I really like the guy who plays Ichabod Crane. All right. And next up is Sons of Anarchy. And it's,
SOA forever.
yes, in its final season.
Ah,
Um,
putting that horse out to pasture, huh?
they are, but they've had a good run.
Yeah.
Equaling.
Never watched it.
I think it's really good. It had some rough patches. I'm not gonna lie. There were a
Like
couple
the
seasons.
Sopranos. The Sopranos had some real rough patches,
Yeah, there's some rough patches in this too.
but it's worth watching overall.
I would say absolutely. And if there's one thing, like every episode, I want to see what's happening next.
Yeah.
'Cause
Ron Perlman.
Shit is not this season.
What? Spoiler.
Possible spoilers.
Let's just say he goes on a delightful vacation somewhere else.
That is definitely a possibility.
All right.
But yeah, it's the final season. I'm not sure really how to describe 7 seasons of this. It's about a motorcycle gang called the Sons of Anarchy. Huh?
They push drugs.
They push drugs. They push sex. They push guns. Mainly, they do guns. And
All
sex.
the good stuff.
Yeah. But they dabble in drugs from time to time.
But it's kind of like Sopranos in the fact that you're kind of seeing the criminal organization from the side of the criminals.
Exactly.
And their lives.
And there's sometimes they're running in with the law, sometimes with other, gangs or whatever. Always interesting. Usually pretty exciting. So there's some good suspense in there. And occasionally funny. It's a good show. FX, they make great television.
All right.
Shield before it.
Yeah.
And then finally, last but certainly not least,
Supernatural. Two hunky brothers.
Yep.
Defeat ghosts with rock salt and shotguns.
That would be an accurate description for the first season, yeah.
Show's pretty good.
The show is really good. I don't know why you never want to watch it.
What can be said? It's because it's an hour-long drama.
It's good,
hard. It is, but not every episode is, great. There are great episodes. Like, in this newest season, there's an amazing episode where, that werewolf episode, or not in the newest season, but from, 2 years ago, where I left off, but we watched. But that episode's incredible. Where one of the kids gets bit by, a werewolf, and it's kind of a little bit like that movie Chronicle, where they're kind of filming themselves, and they're like, "Man, I got these powers. It's crazy."
Yeah.
And the other guy wants to have powers too, and he gets bitten on purpose and gets them, and just things don't go well. A lot of people end up dead, and the supernatural guys kind of just show up, and they're like, "Oh wow, werewolves, huh? Crazy. Well, it's already all taken care of. Let's leave," kind of. It was actually really interesting. I like that a lot. That was well done. I know the show's really good. I don't know. I like that one.
It is.
I don't know. We could talk for hours, but I watched a show.
Did you? What did you watch?
Marry Me on NBC.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Starring Casey Wilson, who was on SNL for a little bit, for a hot minute. A couple other shows, I think, too. And Ken Marino, you may remember from such Showtime shows as Party Down and other stuff that he's done.
Oh, yeah.
But that show's really good. It's really good. It's kind of a rom-com.
He's the boss of Party Down, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a rom-com, sitcom. It's really it's just well written. What can I say? It's got really funny jokes. There's ridiculous referential humor that is smart and funny and just well timed. Ken Marino's really funny. The friends are really funny. It's just well written. It's just all good. It's legit funny. The trailers make it look really bad.
Yeah.
The trailers are all the safe jokes.
Yeah.
And the show has, just ridiculous lines in it. I don't know. It's funny. It's really worth watching. And apparently it's doing okay, from what I read. It was one of the few romantic comedy shows that came out this year that is continuing to have people watching it. Nice. Although it's only been out for 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. 3rd
week's this week. I'm going to watch it, though, Tuesday night.
Pour out a 40 for Almost Human.
Got to pour out a 40 for Manhattan Love Story as well.
No.
I was canceled this week. It's the first of the fall shows to get the axe this year. Yeah. All right, Adam. We got to get to wrapping it up, but I found something cool that I think you'll appreciate.
Okay.
All right, Amber Benson, New York Comic Con. Did you read this article on BuzzFeed?
I didn't read the Amber Benson one. I read another one about Nicholas Brendan.
Now, I just want to say this. BuzzFeed calls this game Fuck, Marry, Kill, which is a little bit too much. It's Bang, Marry, Kill, BuzzFeed. Bang, Marry, Kill. Amber Benson goes through the entire cast of Buffy and gives her Bang, Marry, Kills.
That's great.
Want let's go through this and give our own thoughts here, Adam, okay?
Okay. Yeah, totally.
You good? Let's play a little bit of this. See how Amber Benson, who people may remember from the later seasons, was... oh, my God, I can't remember her character's name now.
Tara.
You know what I'm talking about? No. Who is she dating?
Oh, she was dating Willow.
Willow. God damn. I knew it was a
Now I
dumb
can't
name
think
like
of
that.
the person who plays Willow's name, but...
She's in a bunch of shit. But anyway, she's the band girl from American Pie. That's what I'll forever remember her for. Anyway, so we're going to start off with some of the side female characters. Anya, Cordelia, and Harmony.
Oh, man.
This is a very simple choice. I'm going to tell you mine.
Harmony kill.
Yeah, that's obvious. Harmony, who is the vampire cheerleader friend who is still a Valley Girl vampire.
Yeah.
She'll probably kill you if you don't kill her, so.
Bang Cordelia.
What?
Marry Anya.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, not at all.
Anya, former demon?
But she has a really good sense of humor.
She's got issues.
She's got some issues,
She wants to kill humans.
Not after she becomes human.
All right. The correct answer is bang Anya, marry Cordelia Chase. I mean, she becomes a goddess of light, for God's sakes.
Well, okay, so you're counting Angel too, though. That's
all right.
I was not counting Angel as well.
Kill Harmony. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, kill Harmony.
Andrew, Warren, Jonathan.
Oh God. So
this is obvious as well.
Well, kill Jonathan.
I'm sorry, we got to give Amber Benson's take.
Oh yeah.
He was bang Anya, marry Cordelia, kill Harmony.
Yeah.
He agrees with me.
Yeah.
So obviously Warren is killed here.
No, Jonathan I would kill.
What? Warren, who murders Amber Benson?
I was thinking I thought Jonathan was... Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
Warren was the horrible guy.
Yeah.
Robot girlfriend that looked like Buffy.
Yeah. Warren's the kill, yeah.
He's the evil one.
Yeah,
He just bent the other two to his will.
I'd bang John, marry Andrew.
Wow. Again, okay. I'm flipping the script here.
Yeah.
You bang Andrew and you marry Jonathan because Andrew's kind of lame, and Jonathan seemed like he actually could be cool.
No, Jonathan is way too. He has no self-esteem. I'm sorry, it's not sexy.
But Andrew's like weirdly nerdy. I don't know, too nerdy.
I like that. No, I'm all.
Amber Benson agrees with me.
Damn you.
Bang Andrew, marry Jonathan, kill Warren. Obviously. All right, we got this. We got villains coming up here, Adam.
Okay, good.
Adam.
Yep.
The proto-robot man.
Oh, man.
The amalgamation of all the bad guys.
I'm thinking he's probably a kill.
We got Caleb.
Oh.
The demon preacher from the last season.
Played by Nathan Fillion.
And Glory. The scary devil demon from another dimension who comes to Earth.
Man. That is rough.
That is rough.
Okay. No, that's not that rough, actually. Kill.
Well, we know what we're killing.
Kill Adam.
And that is who Amber Benson and I both agree with.
Bang. I'm probably going to be flipped around again, but bang Glory, marry Caleb.
You were right. That is exactly what Amber Benson said.
Nice.
I'm going to say kill Adam, fuck Caleb, marry Glory.
Yeah.
Because,
no way.
She's crazy, but I feel like if you were married to her, maybe she wouldn't kill you.
Yeah.
Whereas Caleb just seemed scary evil.
He is scary evil. On the other hand, Glory technically is two people who could switch back and forth.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Between a man and a woman. That might be interesting.
All right, we're moving on.
Okay.
Moving on to hunks.
Hunks. All right.
We got the hunk men.
Okay.
Got your angel.
Oh, man.
I know.
Oh, man.
Riley.
Okay.
And Spike.
Oh, no. Don't make me choose between.
And you know who's dying.
Riley's dying.
Riley. And I feel bad because he's a nice guy, and he's, perfectly hunky, but he's no Spike or Angel.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Don't make me...
The choice is obvious.
I bang Spike, marry Angel.
And I agree with that. Bang and Spike, marrying Angel, killing Riley. Angel's the stable one. He's
Yeah.
hunky. You get to bang him too.
It's a little dreary though.
He is a little dreary, but so is Spike. He wrote terrible poetry.
Yeah, but Spike is always like,
He's exciting too.
yeah.
You know, you go ride around in
He's
his
a little too
blacked out
dangerous,
car, and yeah, you might die if you're with him.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the less hunky men,
Okay.
of which I completely disagree with Amber Benson, but
Really?
we'll find out.
Okay.
Giles, Xander,
Oh man.
and Oz, who is Seth Green in like the first 4 seasons.
Oh, okay. So, oh man, this is hard though.
Who's dying?
I don't want to kill any of them.
Neither do I, but you got to pick.
This is maybe upsetting. I'm going to. Okay.
Come on, Adam.
I'm gonna kill Xander.
Oh my God!
I know, right?
Why?
I really like Giles and Oz, and I would bang Oz. Yeah, bang Oz, and probably marry Giles.
Okay, I am marry Giles.
You gotta marry Giles.
Gotta marry Giles. Bang Xander and kill Oz.
No.
He's a werewolf. He's a danger to himself and others.
But he kind of learns to control it, and that's kind of sexy.
Yeah, but he could always go off the handle. Whereas Xander's never gonna accidentally murder someone.
He became a hyena once.
But a lot of people became hyenas, Adam.
He was one of them, though. Like, that can still happen to you. Plus,
Amber Benson.
after,
You want to hear her take?
Yeah, I do. I want to hear that.
Bang Giles.
Really? Okay.
Marry Oz. Kill Xander. How can you kill poor Xander? I wonder if he was a dick on set. Based on a news story I think we'll get to in a little minute here. Okay. Amber Benson, though, looks not a day older than when the show was filmed.
I know.
She looks really good. I wonder if she still acts. Anyway, she's great in that show, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be at least one more.
There's a bunch more, actually.
Oh, awesome. Great.
More. Buffy.
Okay.
We're going through the Slayers here.
All right.
Faith.
Ooh.
Kendra. Who was the Slayer when Buffy died.
Yeah. Well, one of the two. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit. So this is... Okay, out of these choices...
It's obvious. And you're going to choose
yeah.
the same thing I choose.
All right, so kill Kendra,
Yep, sorry, Kendra.
bang Faith,
Yep,
marry Buffy.
obviously. And that was what Amber Benson chose as well. I mean, Buffy's stable. She's attractive.
I feel bad, though, because I feel like Kendra might be actually better than Faith, but...
Yeah,
she dies so fast, you never get to know her.
I know, and Faith is just alleged.
Faith is... Yeah.
You know,
wanna
you
bang
gotta
Faith.
want to get a little bit of that because she's mysterious. You want to see what she's about. All right. Oh, we got the last one here.
Okay.
And Amber Benson had to choose this one, which would have been weird. But Willow, Tara,
Dawn.
and Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy.
And I don't even remember who that is really.
Oh, Kennedy is one
shows
of
up
the...
in last seasons, right?
Yeah,
She's one of the
Slayer. Yeah.
underlings. They just had to pick someone.
She's the one who takes Tara's place, kind of.
Yeah, she's like she's like more involved. Who's dying? Kennedy. Sorry.
Yeah,
no
Kennedy's
question.
going.
He's a minor character compared to the others.
Yeah, and it was
all right,
and it was who?
Willow and Tara.
Oh, Willow and Tara. Oh,
Amber Benson is choosing between characters, lover,
no.
and her character.
Oh,
Well, you
no.
gotta marry or bang one. Kennedy's dead, so you just gotta
Yeah.
pick between the two.
That's hard though.
Obvious.
It's not obvious. I think you
It's
gotta.
fucking obvious as fuck.
It's bang Tara, marry Willow.
What?
Yeah.
She goes crazy witch evil.
Only after Tara was murdered, and I kind of want somebody to do that after I die. Like if I want to be avenged.
Yes, someone should avenge my death, especially if I'm murdered in cold blood. And by
Yeah.
murdered in cold blood, I mean
That just shows how much you loved her, man. That's dedication.
accidentally flies through a window.
Yeah. So you know she's really committed. That's
I'm gonna go with Amber Benson, and that is bang Willow, marry Tara.
I
Kill
thought
her.
about that too, because Tara's so sweet, but
She's so awesome and
She's so
totally
awesome.
stable and
yeah.
into witch stuff, but not the bad witch stuff
Right.
that
I
Willow
know.
gets into. Willow is like that Star Wars character that like learns to use the Force and is like, but we could use this crazy bad power for good.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, just don't.
What was Amber Benson's choice?
That was the same as mine.
I think it was yours.
She'd marry herself, bang Willow, kill
Of course
Cat.
she would.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I would marry Willow.
Really cool. I don't even know what she's up to lately, but you know.
Yeah, I think she's probably doing music. She had some music.
Oh, okay, good for her. Well,
Yeah.
Anyway, good choice. Adam, did you have some other Buffy news?
I did.
We
I was
got
gonna say the choice that wasn't on there. Well, Dawn was a little bit young.
Yeah, I can't really use Dawn. I mean, you could use her now, but
Yeah,
you know,
right.
But not the character.
Also, Felicia Day was there 7th season. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't take Felicia Day.
yeah,
But Felicia Day was such a minor character. That,
she was, but she lived like through the entire thing. I think. Well, except
Yeah,
for
but
maybe-
she was much less screen time.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know.
That is true. Okay. Buffy...
Oh, you know what they should have fucking had?
Who?
They should have had the mom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Buffy's mom.
Joyce.
They should have Buffy's mom.
Was it Joyce?
I think so. I can't remember. It's been a while. They should have Buffy's mom in there instead of Kennedy or something.
Yeah.
That would have been a tough choice.
Yeah.
Because Buffy's mom is great.
She is great. A little bit older, though.
But, you know, in a good way. She looked good for her age.
yeah.
Adam, what's going on? What's going on with Nicholas Brendan, a.k.a. Xander?
Yeah. Well, he was arrested. Buffy the Vampire Slayer star Nicholas Brendan arrested and snaps gnarly mugshot. It may take me a couple seconds here to actually pull up the article. There we go. Buffy the Vampire Slayer star Nicholas Brendan was arrested in Idaho, and his mugshot looks like Xander got into it with one of the bloodsuckers his co-star famously fought.
Thank you, TMZ, for adding that
Thank
line.
you, TMZ, yes.
He looks pretty rough in the mugshot.
He doesn't look too... His eyes are super bloodshot.
And he's got a little bit of a bruise on
Yeah, he's got a bruise or
face.
two. It doesn't look too bad, but yeah, the eyes...
Very bloodshot.
very bloodshot. He was at in Boise for a Comic-Con event.
The famous Boise Comic Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the cops were called to a hotel around 10 p.m. after witnesses reported a disturbance in the lobby involving Nicholas and hotel
Where's the
staffers.
rest of Buffy's cast? Why am I at fucking Idaho?
Well, when the officers arrived, they found Brendan, who appeared drunk, unsurprisingly, and he repeatedly refused their commands to stay seated while they tried to speak with witnesses.
Okay, so he was like, I'm out of here.
Well, yeah, then he tried to walk away.
I don't need this. I'm Xander.
Yep. So they took him in for resisting arrest and obstructing arrest.
Of course.
So I guess he also broke a decorative dish.
Oh my god. He's like, fuck this dish.
Yep.
I'm Xander.
And they decided to press charges, so he was hit with a count of causing malicious injury to property. But released a few hours later on a bond. So yeah, he apparently got up to some drinking there in Boise and got a little raucous.
Little raucous. Hey, we've all been there.
Nope.
Nope. You're right. Yeah, you're right. We haven't all been there. He's been there.
One of my favorite parts, though, is what his rep says.
Yeah.
He says Nicholas would like to apologize to Boise PD and the hotel staff, and he added, "It would be extremely helpful if we could all put this misunderstanding behind us and focus on more positive things." Which is
Let's not focus on my drunken, crazy rant through your hotel lobby.
I just love that. Like, it would really be really helpful, you guys, if you would just stop talking about this. That's a very PR request.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so good old Xander. So maybe rethink your bang married kill on good old Nicholas
I
Brendan
was
there.
just banging him. I wasn't marrying him.
Yeah. Well, he might hit you though, or something.
How can you not marry Giles?
Angry
Why would you
drunk.
marry Oz over Giles? It's
I
Giles.
didn't marry Oz. I
I'm
married
talking to Amber
Giles.
Benson.
Oh yeah.
It was all wrong. It's fucking Giles, man. He's a dapper older gentleman. Oh, you know who they should have had on there
Clearly
as
the most
well?
stable. Huh?
They should. Oh man, they should have had what's his name on there? The guy from. The guy. Oh, what? You know the guy, the other Watcher.
Oh, Alexis Denisoff.
Yeah, Alexis Denisoff.
What was his
Wesley
character's
Wyndham
name?
Price.
Yes, Wesley Wyndham Price.
Should have had him in there somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
That's all I'm saying. But I don't know if there were two other dudes you could put in there in his place
You could
to
probably
go up with
throw
him.
a few more in there.
Throw a few more dudes in there, but you need 3 guys. You know?
Could throw you could throw the 2 different principals who were both murdered at different
Oh,
times.
the handsome principal and then the slimy one.
Yeah. Or there's also like the mayor.
No, nobody wants to bang the mayor. What about the first vampire? What was his name?
Oh, what was his name? He was
I
something
remember.
stupid.
It was like the original or like something.
No, it was. Oh, God, what was he called?
Vampire Classic.
Yeah, classic.
The new
Yeah,
vampire.
they tried New Vampire for a while, but nobody liked it.
They went back to it. Many people thought they did that as a PR stunt.
He's like the not one of the forgotten, or like the old one.
I'm looking this shit up. And then
Yeah,
we're gonna
please
have an
do.
episode. Let's find this out. Who the original, the old one?
The Master.
It's not. Master sounds closely right. I'm looking it up. We're in the episode descriptions. Holy balls. Okay, plot. Oh, what the shitball cockfucks. It's the Master.
Boom.
What a terrible fucking name.
Boom. Well, it works for Doctor Who. He's a bad guy.
Works for fucking, what's his name, movies. Paul W.S. Anderson.
Master?
Yeah, the Master. I keep getting these people messed up, so I want to make sure I get this director's name. Paul Thomas Anderson, not Paul W.S. Anderson. He's the one that makes the shitty Resident Evil movies.
Oh, what's
This guy makes the Master. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You've seen the Master, right?
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul
yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
Anderson. He did the Master,
I didn't like it that much.
fucking There Will Be Blood, all
Yeah,
those
that was
things. Apparently, he did a video short that he directed for Molly Shannon's Best of SNL. Apparently,
Great.
the movie Magnolia, Boogie Nights.
Oh, Magnolia.
Boogie Nights is great. Have you seen Boogie Nights?
Nope.
Oh, it's so good. We should watch that. Oh, man.
You say that all the time.
I know. It's just about porn in the 70s, and it's fucking classic. Like, ridiculously funny. Just because it's like Mark Wahlberg is like a kid who gets into. John C. Reilly is in it in a really funny role. I mean, it just is great. And Philip Seymour Hoffman's really good in it. We should watch that. I wish I had a copy.
Might have to. We'll have some Who to watch as well.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to watch Who. We got to watch Who. We got to watch Soupnatch. Got to play WoW because the expansion's coming out.
Yep.
We can fit that Boogie Nights movie in at some point because
probably.
it's just really fun.
Cora.
It's
God, man.
Cora. Fuck, we got a lot to catch up on.
We do. And not,
We don't have enough
not that much
time.
I know.
Less time. When am I coming down?
3 weeks, I think.
Wednesday. I was planning on coming down.
Yeah.
Even though you work, I was planning on coming down like Wednesday at noon ish. Be there around noon.
Okay. That's
And then you'll leave for work. And I'll just hang out, play WoW on my computer.
sure.
and then we can hang, and then we get to hang out Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and that's it. Wow, it's just it's just 4 nights.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, I took Sunday off, so we'll have Sunday too.
Oh, you did take Sunday off. I didn't know that you took Sunday off.
Thursday and Sunday, yeah.
I took Monday off as well
Oh,
as a precaution.
cool.
So just because I knew I'd be traveling back Monday if we hang out Sunday. So okay, we got 5 days. Oh, that's lots of time.
Great.
Oh, that's good. We're good.
Yeah.
Because Wednesday night kind of counts, even though you're working, but we'll still be able to hang out
Yeah.
for like 3 or 4 hours.
Sure.
Or maybe I'll come down Tuesday after work.
Fuck it. Why not?
Why not? Or I could just plan my trip to show up at your place at like midnight.
Good.
I probably won't though, because I hate driving at night.
Yeah.
especially on freeways. This is
super
all on the
interesting.
podcast. This is
Yeah, I know.
trip planning.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I will. Why not? Like, what the fuck? You know, I just leave here at 5, get there around like 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, why not have an extra day? We can order a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
Drink some beers.
Oh.
Cider.
Yeah.
All right. And I think I'm going to probably bring this computer regardless for the WoW playing, just because I don't want to lug my new computer down.
Sure.
I'm just too fragile.
Yeah.
All right, I'm stopping the broadcast.
All right.
Five at 5. How do I sound? Do I sound okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Do I sound aight?
You sound aight.
I get.
You get. Yeah.
Greg the Bunny, the show everyone watched.
Apparently not.
The show Adam watched.
I did. It was a good show.
All right.
I liked it.
Are you loud enough?
I wasn't last week.
Really? It's because I was non-studio quality.
Even before that, I sounded really quiet.
Really? I think it sounds fine. I don't know. I'm just louder than you.
Maybe.
That's true.
Maybe.
I'm drinking some Earl Grey.
I'm drinking some ice water.
Earl Grey, hot. It's delicious.
Earl Grey, hot.
The tea I actually have is Next Generation themed.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Eric got it for me for Christmas last year.
Sweet.
With some hot tea. And I'm not talking about tail, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey-o. Yeah.
Ready?
No, actually, I think I'm going to turn down the heat in here a little bit. It's kind of warm.
Alright, that's fine. It's heating up in the ham house, going down to the river. Adam ham is heating up, it's going on, nothing can down.
That's quite the tune.
It's gonna heat it up right now.
Ugh. All right.
I get.
You get.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you all ready for this?
Y'all
Dun
ready for
dun
this?
dun 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 dun. All right. If I lose a lot of connections, it's because this crashed as soon as I opened it. So it's a good sign.
Awesome. Yeah.
This PC is old as fuck.
Stable.
2008. That's the Dell logo, or the Dell.
Oh, like a rock.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right.